Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not Just Black and White, Episode 3. Last week we talked about the NBA with my friend Reggie, and today we're back with my friend Nick talking about WWE. Summerslam happened last weekend. A lot of weird things happened on the following Raw, but we're going to talk about SummerSlam first. So, first off, the first match on the card was Ms. Ziggler.
Yes.
And we were watching it, and we were shocked.
Still amazed that the Miz lost after just getting it at the last pay-per-view.
I wasn't amazed that the Miz lost. I was just amazed at how the match finished.
Wait, you mean like with a clean finish and everything?
Because you assume that like Ziggler's going to lose after Miz just pops back up and hits the skull-crushing finale.
Oh, you're talking about like the finishing sequence. Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah. It was fantastic, but it was just shocking to me to see that would happen. That was a good match. And
it was a really good choice for a show opener.
Yes.
That's the spot where Ziggler went for the famouser and Miz like bounced off the mat and like immediately went for the finale. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
Like, that was really solid. I know the whole living room got real pumped up for that.
Yeah, that started off the show right. So WWE, hats off to you on that one, for sure. So that match was fantastic, and then the next match was Paige versus AJ, which was probably my favorite match of the night.
Simply because it was fun to watch.
It had Paige in it, so that.
Also, I really like that weird cradle DDT thing that she's doing now.
Yeah,
Rampage or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Who knows?
I mean, the name's stupid, but it looks really
obviously.
cool.
She's just like a kick-ass. Like her and AJ are just the nutrition leader, in my opinion. They could be just as good as they were.
They could be.
Except AJ is.
I love the comparisons that this feud is getting compared to Trish and Mickie James. But instead of Mickie like stalking Trish, it's kind of like Mickie stalking Mickie because they're both like sliding around the ring with each other.
Yeah,
and it's really fucking creepy.
The way that Paige covered AJ,
was
fantastic. I was like,
typical guy hormones.
And there was a meme with Jerry the King Lawler. It was like, don't look. Ah, shit.
Screw it.
It was fantastic.
Another solid match. Again, by the way, unfortunately, I missed both of those matches. I didn't think the champions would lose.
I started off 2-0.
I did not expect both champions to lose after only gaining a title.
I assumed AJ was going to win. I just am a huge Paige fan, so I was like, go Paige, yay! Go England chick, you're hot. So the next match after that was Swagger Rusev, which was meh. To me, it was meh.
You know what sucks about this one? Nobody knew what kind of match it was until it started. Because I thought when they said a flag match, it was going to be the two flags like on a corner post.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought Swagger was going to win it. Because if Rusev loses, he doesn't look like crap.
Right.
But the moment it was like for like a pinfall or submission, and then the winner gets their flag raised, it becomes pretty apparent that Rusev's going to win because he's not going to have him lose.
It's not a flag match. That's just a match.
It's a match where the winner gets to be like, I'm better than you.
Yeah, I mean, it's meh. That match didn't really do it for me. Definitely was not worth the $9.99 a month for the WWE Network. That's for sure.
The match was still fun. I still enjoyed the match.
The after the match was the important part.
Oh God, poor Zeb got kicked. That's someone's grandpa.
He's a Vietnam veteran. That's a war veteran, sir.
God, JBL was fucking perfect when he was trying to ham it up. Like
JBL is fantastic as a commentator, and they have
the hamming was so strong. That it was amazing.
Todd Phillips is a commentator for SmackDown now.
I did not know that. I need to start watching SmackDown again. I was really bad at it.
I
could be watching it right now, but I'm busy doing this.
Actually, no, it's 10:30.
Oh, well, I missed it because I hate you.
No, you missed it because other things happened. All right, so Swagger Rusev. At this point in the night, I was 3 for 3.
I was 0 for 3,
and you were 0 for 3.
But to be fair, I messed up on the two title matches. I mean, it happens. But I really thought that it was a flag match, like climb the corner post. If it was pinfall, I mean, I feel like everybody and their mother would have called the other.
Yep.
So I feel like you just lucked out because you were trying to argue with me the entire time.
Yep. So that's how I do, man. All right. So the next match was Rollins Ambrose. I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as we cover all, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So Rollins Ambrose.
No, say this one. I'm talking about this one like that's the last.
Fine.
This was my favorite. That was my favorite match.
Wyatt Jericho, ladies and gentlemen, we totally forgot about it last week.
The reason we forgot though is a good reason. There was no build-up. Nobody cared. because it was incredibly obvious that Wyatt was going to win. And I love Bray Wyatt. I love Chris Jericho. I just don't care about this feud.
Yeah, this feud is actually awful. Like there was no build-up.
It's not that it's awful.
There was less build-up in this feud than the Orton Roman Reigns feud.
There's build-up. It doesn't matter. Like there's no sense of urgency. Like you don't. It feels like because Chris Jericho won at the last pay-per-view. Why would he want to face Wyatt again? Shouldn't Wyatt be the one trying to get the rematch kind of thing? And it wasn't. It was Jericho trying to get the rematch again, and it seemed subpar.
It was weird. And then, there was a spot. Do you know where his sister Abigail someone into the barricade?
Yeah, I love that part. I love it when he does that.
It was pretty cool, but he's done that twice this year.
He did it with Dan Bryan at the Rumble, and he did it last night.
Those are the times he won.
Yeah.
In singles matches this year.
Are those the only 2 single match wins?
On pay-per-view, yes. When he does that,
sounds to me like he's just trying to get one of
that needs to be the finisher.
Who
knows, man? This feud is awful. I want Bray Wyatt to feud with someone that matters.
It's literally something to put Bray Wyatt over, and then because they're doing another match at the next pay-per-view, I'd assume, with another stipulation, and I assume Wyatt will win that one because it'll be the best. It'll be the rubber match.
Right.
And then Jericho will go off, do some Fozzy stuff.
Yep.
And Wyatt will hopefully get back on the track of being the eater of worlds that everybody seems to love, and he will just start decimating dudes.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Him and Dean Ambrose are like the people that you look at and you're like, these are bad guys. But they're so cool!
It's almost like being a jackass is cool or something.
Yeah.
Almost.
Never would have guessed that.
I didn't see that coming.
Alright, so next match, Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella.
I know I miscalled it. I've never been so happy wrong in my life because I really wanted Stephanie to win, but I really thought they were going to do the sneaky Brie thing, and I didn't. The Nikki turn was pretty obvious, but I felt like they were going to save it for the next night. Like I thought on Raw would be when Nikki turned.
Right.
But I'm cool with it because Stephanie fucking pedigreed the crap out of Brie, and
Stephanie looked fantastic, by the way.
I didn't hate the ring gear, but it really looked just weird.
That's a 40-year-old woman. And she's had
doesn't matter to me.
She's had 4 kids.
It's like
she looks
shit, but whatever.
She looks fantastic.
My only problem with it is Brie Bella's the active wrestler, and Stephanie just looked like the entire match. Stephanie just out wrestled Brie. It looked like.
Yeah, because Brie Bella's awful.
Yeah, but you'd think that being with Daniel Bryan or something because there was a time early or late last year where apparently Brie was going to the ring early to practice with Daniel Bryan, and there was Brie now compared to Brie 18 months ago is a huge difference.
Oh yeah. For sure.
It screams to me how bad is it that Stephanie McMahon is just out wrestling who they're trying to make into
to be fair
the number one babyface of divas.
She's the wife of Triple H, so
I mean it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's a big thing though. That goes a long way, dude. Being the wife of Triple H is huge.
I don't think it matters as much. I mean, Stephanie, I think just put effort into it, and it showed.
Yeah, for sure.
The match was fantastic.
Definitely.
I enjoyed every bit of it. I was really happy to be wrong, and I won't say that very often, but I was ecstatic. Fucking, oh my god, I was so happy.
Dude, I don't know. The build-up for this feud was pretty great.
I really hope this doesn't. Oh, it's going to, but I really don't want this to turn into Nikki versus Brie, and then Brie overcomes Nikki to get back at Stephanie again, down the road, and I die inside.
Ew, that's awful. It needs to be Brie and Stephanie for another couple. Someone needs to.
They could just end it. I'm cool with it. They could just have it stop. It's fine with me.
But then they can't have the sister versus sister match.
Yeah, shut up. I don't care about that.
I know who I'm going for.
The one with the bigger rack.
Yep.
Whatever.
Nikki Bella looks different. One of these twins is not like the other, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what I deal with. It's terrible.
I deal with you, so you need to get over it. All right, so
fantastic.
Now we are to Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, which, meh.
Yeah, it was just meh. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was solid. It was entertaining for a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like how Orton seemed to have a lot of... He put a lot of effort in this match. I mean, Roman Reigns did what he could, but
Roman Reigns isn't there yet.
I mean, again, that's just how it's going to be. I mean, it's a gradual thing. There's no way that this build is just not going to end with him winning the title. But I mean, Roman Reigns wins. Some of the ending spots were really good, like when Reigns went for the spear and Orton turned into a snap power slam.
That was fantastic.
And then, not even 10 seconds later, he goes to a Superman punch and he Orton catches him with the RKO.
Like, yeah, that was holy shit.
I actually thought when Superman punched in the RKO, it was actually going to be done there.
Yeah. But we all know damn well that they weren't going to not put Roman Reigns over.
I mean, they're building them up because I stand by what I said last time. I feel like they're going to have Lesnar hold the title to WrestleMania, and then Reigns will beat Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Rollins cashes in.
Become a main man. And I don't think Rollins will cash in, but that's what I want to happen. Like, if it was me, that's what I would be building up to.
Yeah, they were talking about, there was an article, there was a report that Vince and Triple H were arguing over WrestleMania 31 because Vince wanted The Rock to wrestle Brock Lesnar. And The Rock can't do it anymore, man. Like, The Rock's getting up there in age.
The Rock can still do it. There's no reason for him
He can't go against Brock Lesnar for more than 15 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, most people can. I mean, Brock Lesnar is just beating the shit out of people. We'll get to that later, but I mean...
But that's just how it is. Triple H is saying, like, Roman Reigns is the only choice for 31, like, unless you want to put Dean Ambrose for Seth Rollins in there.
Well, it depends. I mean, a lot could change. You know, Roman Reigns could get hurt.
Yeah.
You know,
God forbid.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
God forbid the man doesn't get hurt.
But, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like Dean Ambrose is a more than capable candidate to take over if something does happen to sideline Reigns, and I feel like that will happen.
I feel like Triple H needs to take over a bigger role in the Rollins-Ambrose feud.
I don't know, man. Like I like it just being Rollins-Ambrose.
Yeah.
Like, it's two guys that just don't like each other.
Yeah.
They're not even fighting over the briefcase, which, I mean, everyone wants them to do it, and it would be nice because it adds more to it.
Yeah.
But they just don't like each other, and that is more than enough for me. Like,
yeah.
We need more feuds like this.
I'm fine with
on
that.
Line, but pride. Like, just pride is on the line. You fucked me over, and I'm going to beat your ass.
I'm fine with that, but I would rather Dean Ambrose get a lot of... I don't want to say Dean Ambrose.
You want him to Stone Cold it. You want him to take on the Authority and everyone on that umbrella.
I want him to Dirty Deeds Triple H in his face.
Maybe one day, dude. You never... Whatever. How does he not Dirty Deeds him in the face? I'm confused.
Shut up.
So...
You could Dirty Deeds like his ankle or something.
This match was fantastic. I loved everything about it. I wasn't for the Lumberjack match until I heard the promo from Rollins. They said how poetic... No, it was Rollins who said it was poetic.
No, it was Dean Ambrose. Because he was like, there's a lot of people who are going to be Lumberjacks that don't like us.
I could have sworn Rollins said something on those lines.
He said something too, but that was also...
It might have been when Rollins said it really stuck because... I mean, it stuck more because he was,
You're a Seth Rollins guy.
I actually prefer Dean Ambrose. I'll say that right now.
Everyone prefers Dean Ambrose.
But I do love Seth Rollins. I also really like the curb stomp as a finisher. I like it more in Dirty Deeds. I'll say it.
I mean, you don't like Dirty Deeds at all, though, so that's not...
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I'm a fan of Dirty Deeds. I just feel like his finisher should be something more. Like, something that looks more abusive to your opponent.
I mean, it's whatever.
Do you remember when Ryback did the backpack stunner? Where, he straps the guy on the back?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something...
I didn't like that finisher, though.
I like it.
It took way too long to set up. But anyway, like, that doesn't really... We can do it. We should do a whole separate show about finishers and whatnot. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I love finishers, man.
But
the greatest part
the use of the Lumberjacks was fantastic. Like, the guys... The Rollins Ambrose got thrown in Lumberjacks. I love when Ambrose got thrown in. He started fighting dudes off before they could get to him, and then he voluntarily just got back into the ring.
Yeah. I like the fact that Kane... I was not happy with Kane coming out, and then I was like... Oh, okay, he's telling people to go. He's like, go get them! What are you doing?
It was, to my knowledge, that's the only Lumberjack match where the guys who were in the match got out of the ring area and were, like, in the crowd.
Yeah.
And like, what happened there was just fantastic, with the heels grabbing Ambrose, and Rollins trying to hightail it towards the TV, and he gets cut off by, like, the Dust Brothers and the Usos, and like, and then those four guys just like carried him back or something crazy like that. Like that was.
And
really
then
good.
Dean Ambrose hops off the top rope and
like it was
does insane shit because he's Dean Ambrose.
It was easily the match of the night for me, which is really shocking because it seemed like a spot fest.
To be fair,
but it was still good.
It was the match of the night because the other match, the other real main event in intelligent fans' eyes was Lesnar Cena, and everyone knew that Lesnar was going to beat the shit out of John Cena. Yeah. So that wasn't really a big match. It was just like, okay, we're just going to watch Cena get the shit beat out of him for 20 minutes.
Well, let's talk about that because I
want to talk more about Ambrose Rollins.
Oh, let's go. I'll do this all day. I love Ambrose Rollins.
Ambrose Rollins is awesome.
This is the best thing on TV in wrestling right now.
Yep. So. I agree with you completely. I feel like they should not make Ambrose go film a movie. Like...
That was already decided, though. I mean,
I know. I just don't like the fact that they take big stars.
We can cover that when we get to Raw once we finish the SummerSlam card.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll cover that in like a little bit.
Rollins Ambrose, that match.
Fantastic. Probably one of my favorite matches of the year. Like, that match is easily
one of the best. It's not even the fact that the match was good. It was just, like, the amount of emotion that was, like, injected into that feud.
Everything just clicked, and that's why it works so well.
It was an organic feud, and it unfolded in a way that didn't have to force it at all. It was
and the best part is it's not even over yet.
Exactly.
Hell in a Cell.
It's like the Titus O'Neil Darren Young feud that was actually not terrible, and then they just kind of cut it off.
They feuded. I remember them breaking up, and then
they feuded.
It was like a week.
They feuded for like 2 weeks, and then they were like, "All right, forget them. They're black performers in WWE. We don't really care." Unless it's Kofi Kingston at the Royal Rumble.
Are you still salty about the Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods?
I want that to be a stable again.
Hey, apparently Kofi and Big E teamed on like the local circuit. From what I was told, I don't fully know.
When was this?
Someone told me about it a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
So, this is Friday, so I think it was like on. I think it might have been yesterday where I heard about it.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
So hey man, maybe they're coming back. I doubt it. But maybe.
Xavier Woods is a much better mouthpiece than he is a wrestler.
But dude, it's morphin' time.
Whatever. 3 isn't enough. I need 5.
All right, so let's. What's next? Is next the big one?
Yeah.
The 16 suplexes. Was it 16? I can't remember now.
It was 6. It was like 15 or 16.
Oh my god! So this was an ass kicking, and I am not a big. I'm not the biggest Cena fan. I'm not a Cena hater. Like I think the guy can wrestle. He's fine.
Yeah, I mean
when he doesn't joke around, his promos are on the spot. Like he knows how to bring it when it comes down.
He is very good at his job, and people don't give him the credit he deserves. Like a lot of the like fans of the indie circuit and like actual like technical wrestling will say that he can't wrestle, but they don't need him to wrestle. They need him to cut promos, sell T-shirts, and be Super Cena. Like I give him a lot of shit for it, but I can understand why he does what he does, or like why Vince and Triple H make him do what he does.
He does what he does because he's good at doing it. And
he's very good at doing it.
Right.
And like
I won't say that often either.
Yeah, fair enough. Like he can have the match with CM Punk. Like, even though CM Punk makes other people look better, it was SummerSlam or Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank was when he won it and took the title and ran.
Yeah,
that was the one I preferred.
That Money in the Bank with CM Punk was like the best match of the year.
Probably. I mean, CM Punk is also really good at having match of the year candidates with anybody.
Well, CM Punk's insane, and I miss him so much.
Shut up, he's gone.
I just said I miss him. I didn't say he was coming back. So get out of here.
I could see it coming. But anyway, let's talk about the match. I loved it. I feel like what this did. I mean, it sucks if someone's a Cena fan because he didn't. I think he had like what?
All you 12-year-olds out there, we're sorry.
Dude, I'm sure there's plenty of attractive women that are Cena fans too. I mean, the dude's a brick shithouse.
Women, I'm sorry.
But I mean, I love what they did. They made Lesnar into a threat because I think there was a promo from Heyman that said the last time they fought, Lesnar was at like 50% of health or whatever, and like he was coming in at 100%.
Yeah.
And they show that he was, story-wise, he showed that he's a fucking monster.
He is gross.
He literally has beat the crap out of John Cena.
Did you hear what happened? Apparently, on Raw, when he told Hogan to get out of the way, old man, that wasn't in the script.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That was something he just said.
I bet you we got it from like Paul Heyman or something.
And Hogan said that was disrespectful, and he wants to fight Lesnar.
Oh, birthday party's over, Grandpa is what he said.
Yeah, party's over, Grandpa.
I loved it.
And
I love Lesnar.
Hulk Hogan apparently has a problem with this and said that he would love to fight Lesnar. And,
why?
And I mentioned this to people that don't even watch wrestling, and I was like, you know who Brock Lesnar is, right? And they're like, oh yeah, dude, it's insane. And I'm like, all right, you know who Hulk Hogan is? Everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. Hulk Hogan said he would fight Brock Lesnar. And they're like, why would you want to give up your life like that? like, wouldn't you just want to stab yourself with a sword if you're going to commit suicide?
I love the hoax and everything he's done, but dude, just
come on, man. Your time has passed, my friend.
I'm cool with him being on TV, and if he ever gets healthy enough to where he can take a bump, I'd be more than happy with it. Like I was really hoping like Hogan would get F5'd at the birthday party, but I mean, whatever.
If Brock Lesnar F5'd everyone, Gene Okerlund would have died. Jimmy Hart would have lost his face.
Well, he didn't have to F5 everybody. Only the big guys like Nash.
But he should.
Nash was the only real guy that's still in fighting shape by
him. Scott Hall's not in terrible shape.
Yeah, but Scott was also nothing against Scott Hall, but he's like a recovering alcoholic and pain pill addict.
Yeah, a lot of them were. The only reason Kevin Nash is because his wife didn't leave him.
Also because Kevin Nash is an intelligent ass person. It's just a fact of life. Dude's not an idiot.
Yeah, fair enough.
But back to the beating that Cena just
16 suplexes,
took.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
Even if that's scripted, that will hurt like hell. One weekend with my dad, I went up to an indie wrestling show, and my dad worked at the college up there at the time. So the guy knew my dad and let me take a bump in the ring. It hurt. And I was an athlete back then. I wasn't 300 pounds. I was 230, and I was in pretty good shape. And it hurts.
God, you've fallen so far from grace then.
I know. It was pretty bad, dude. I need to get back in there. But to be able to take that, and not just taking a bump does not hurt half as bad as taking a bump when there's torque on it. Those suplexes have a lot of power behind them. I don't care who you are. That hurts like hell.
I'm sure Cena was physically hurting when it was all said and done, but it's also from Lesnar, and we all know that dude does not know how to turn down for what.
he goes 0 to 100 real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
That motherfucker has
real fucking quick.
He has not competing and just standing there with a weird ass smirk while Paul Heyman talks, and then he has I'm gonna break you.
Hey,
dude, he's got two modes.
Look here, Brock Lesnar
will break you.
If the WWE was more reality-based, and their pay-per-view matches were decided by actual physical matches.
So you're saying if wrestling was real?
Kind of. But there still has to be some script to it. To make it as entertaining as it is. It still has to be a soap opera with violence.
So you just want wrestling to be real?
I just want Brock Lesnar... Brock Lesnar would have been WWE champion for the past 12 years. I don't think he drops the belt to anyone.
Dude, anyone can have an off day, man. It's always possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you're probably right. He probably would have been champion for a real time if it was real. But it's not real because it's wrestling.
Do you think that there would be a John Cena if Brock Lesnar stayed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I didn't know. That's something he's been saying.
It might not have happened as fast as it did, but there's no way in hell. On the first or second Cena CD, which is really movie, which is really sad because there's been a lot of them now. Vince McMahon does an interview, and he just talks about how Cena was basically just bred. He was perfect. He was a perfect fit to become a WWE champion.
The guy.
I think that's just the dude was meant to do this.
Yeah,
and he found his calling card, and it's just how it is.
Oh yeah, it totally works for him. That's for sure.
But what'd you think of the absolute? Were you? Because I haven't talked to you about this. Were you okay with Cena getting destroyed?
Yes, absolutely. However, I wasn't okay with him getting. I wasn't okay with Brock looking as good as he did. Because even though now beating Brock Lesnar is a huge feat, and you get holy shit, this guy's insane. Who in the WWE would you realistically believe can beat Brock Lesnar now? No, I don't believe that.
Oh no one's gonna really believe it. But again, this isn't UFC. This is WWE. And you can still make someone look like a badass. And if Roman Reigns continues on the track he's doing, and if he gets better in the ring...
If Roman Reigns spends 6 weeks at the Paul Heyman School of Promos...
He doesn't need to cut promos. We've talked about this already. He just needs to come out, say he's going to whoop your ass, and that's it.
Fine. He needs to spend 6 weeks at the CM Punk School of Ass Whooping.
Whatever.
He just needs...
He needs to improve in some areas, but... Roman Reigns is a well-built Samoan dude.
I feel like he could
easily pull off the Samoan badass thing, and he could easily look like a credible threat to Lesnar.
I don't want to compare, but I feel like the Shield is Triple H, The Rock, and Stone Cold. I feel like those are the three people you can easily compare them to from the Attitude Era.
So you're saying the Shield is Stone Cold, The Rock,
and Triple H. Yes,
I can see it. There's comparisons.
Obviously, if Roman Reigns wants to be the next Rock, he needs to work on his promos. That's blatantly obvious.
It's really hard to say someone's going to be the next one person.
Obviously, yeah. There's no doubt.
There's never going to be another Stone Cold. It's just not possible. There'll be another guy who's a badass like that, but he won't cut promos the same way. He won't do the stunner. This is how it is.
Dean Ambrose gets some pretty fucking good promos.
He does, but I mean, they're not the exact same. They're not the same promos that Stone Cold would.
Of course not. If you copy Stone Cold promos, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh."
Honestly, I would say Dean Ambrose is closer to Triple H than he is Stone Cold.
I disagree. I don't.
He's more he's a lot more fucking meticulous in the ring.
Yeah, but
he
also has the I don't give a fuck attitude. That's Stone
there was
Cold
a time
has.
when Triple H D-Generation X
to a point.
He didn't give a fucking D-X.
Yeah, but he was a funny guy, and then he became an ass kicker. Like Dean Ambrose doesn't seem like a super funny guy. Like he has his moments where he's funny.
Are you kidding me? He
like
jumped
the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
No.
Did you see that?
Yes. Well, we gotta save it for the Raw. Let's finish SummerSlam up first.
That was.
Oh, are we done with SummerSlam now?
No, that was Raw.
That was on
really?
Raw. I'm pretty sure it was.
I thought that was on like SummerSlam pre-show or something.
No, because Rollins was talking shit because he beat Ambrose.
Yeah.
And then he gets the bucket of ice. He goes,
what? It's for charity.
Yeah, like
that was fantastic.
That was great. But
did you watch the Shield video?
I have not seen it yet, but I do intend to watch it.
I highly recommend it. However, I recommend the Paul Heyman DVD a lot more.
I still have not watched that. And
Ladies and gentlemen, you need to watch the Paul Heyman DVD. Unfortunately, for some odd reason, when WWE says you can get the network and all these videos for $9.99 a month, they don't include the new DVDs they put out. Which sucks, but it's understandable because it's...
They gotta make money somewhere.
God,
so.
Oh my God. Why is the first thing I thought of when I was about to finish that sentence? Because that's best for business.
Because you've been watching on WWE and Triple H says it a lot. But,
people are chanting $9.99 now. Like, people have the signs.
They made it a joke. Triple H had that one promo where $9.99 was said, I think, 47 times in one episode of Raw.
47? Holy shit.
It was the first night that they started saying it like that. Like, they were trying to force everyone's throat.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, people didn't want to hear it, and now we're like, well, fuck it. It's just one big joke to them. We're going to make a fucking joke out of it, too.
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, the network sales have gone up after them, like, saying $9.99 with no time whatsoever. Just, hey, you... Are you one of those people watching Monday Night Raw? Do you got $10? Do you got $10 the next 6 months? Do you want every pay-per-view for $10 the next 6 months? Well, guess what? Instead of $10, it's $9.99. You get to save a whole penny for 6 months.
And you get to watch cool videos. And for God's sake, don't ever watch Legends House. It's awful.
Whatever. We're not talking about the network, but, I mean... I love how Lesnar just destroyed Cena because I feel like it makes him the giant, and then whoever beats the giant, which will be Roman Reigns, I feel like will instant main star.
That's
just what it is. So I mean, for what it's going to accomplish, I'm all for it. I really hope Cena puts up a better fight, like in the rematch.
Oh God, I doubt it.
I'm sure it'll be a little bit better because maybe Cena comes back a little bit more harder.
I don't want Lesnar to.
You don't want what?
I don't want Lesnar to keep coming back. Like, I don't want him to come back for each pay-per-view. I want him to, like, stay away for a while and come back maybe at TLC.
Well, they announced it already that Cena was going to do his rematch at Night of Champions.
Yeah, well, so, I'm fine with that. Getting a rematch in the next
pay-per-view. Maybe he'll take a break for Hell in a Cell, and maybe the main event of Hell in a Cell will be Ambrose Rollins.
That would be fantastic.
I love that.
Or Roman Reigns versus somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the windows are open, but...
Yeah. I want Dean Ambrose to hurry up and finish shooting Lockdown.
It'll be good, man.
I miss him already. It's going to be an awful movie. Can you name a WWE Studios movie that was good?
I can. The Rundown, I think, was sponsored by...
The Rundown?
Yeah. It had The Rock with Sean William Scott, the guy who plays Stifler in the original American Pie movies. And the Stifler guy was like some weird... I don't remember the premise of it, but it was a generic action movie where The Rock basically goes in and whoops a lot of ass.
My impression of WWE studio movies is the RVD movie.
I mean, whatever.
That movie was awful. And then there was the movie with Triple H.
The Chaperone.
The Chaperone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they always pump out good movies, but I mean, none of them are great by any means. But
there was the one.
Also, fun fact to it, I'm pretty sure the WWE helped pay for the Scorpion King.
Oh yeah.
So WWE Studios helped make Scorpion King. I mean, they didn't like direct it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have good ideas. They're just
I liked the movie with Edge after he retired. It was Bending the Rules. Like everyone hated it, but I liked it. I thought it was interesting.
But let's talk Raw because there was
Monday Night Raw. Welcome everybody.
So
that was my bad JR impression.
I know we already talked about it once because you got way too excited about it. But the whole ALS Ice Bucket Challenge thing, I think is really...
Yeah.
It's an awesome cause, and I do love it a lot.
Yeah.
But what really drives me up a wall is that no one ever says that they're going to donate or how someone would donate.
Yeah.
So I got really sick of seeing it, and I saw the segment, and at the time I was just done with ALS Ice Bucket Challenges.
Yeah.
And I just see the ice bucket of water get dumped on Rollins' head. And when the camera just zooms out a little bit and pans a little bit to the right, and you just see Ambrose with this, like,
what I do?
The look on his face, like he just like as a kid who got called his hand in the cookie jar and goes,
"What I do?"
I mean, what? It's for charity, man. And then he just jumps him. And I'm just like, yes, this is the shit we need. Like, just show people beating. I want people that just don't like each other, and that's all they need. They don't need to have reasons to fight, except I fucking hate that guy.
I mean, people already know that Cena and Lesnar don't get along.
I mean, I'm sure Lesnar doesn't get along with anybody, but I mean, because
he gets along with Paul Heyman.
I'm sure a lot of people just don't like that Lesnar only works, so many dates a year and gets paid a fuck ton.
He can't work but so many days a year. That's what people don't understand.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's still a shitty thing.
He still has diverticulitis.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were put yourself like in their shoes, like if you were a guy who was on the road all year round.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar comes in, and granted, Brock Lesnar did go and make a name for himself outside the WWE.
Yeah.
He still gets paid an awfully large sum, and he only works.
Yeah.
I think this is his fifth match, fifth or sixth or something like that.
Since he's been back, since 2012,
yes,
or
since 2012.
1, 2.
Because there was
the Extreme Rules.
There was Extreme Rules with Cena. There was 3 matches with Triple H.
Yep.
There was the match with CM Punk.
Yep.
There was the match with The Undertaker. So this was the 7th, I think.
This is the 7th match.
Unless
that makes sense.
One. So, unless I missed one, in case, my bad. But, so 7 matches, and he's back. And granted, all his matches have been high profile, either main event or co-main, or second or last on the card. And I mean, like, how do those people, like, this guy, they have to feel like shit. Like,
I mean,
this guy just comes in and just fucking.
If you're Damien Sandow, you're hating your life already. By the way, go back to the lumberjack match.
The Damien Sandow?
Damien Sandow dressed up like an actual lumberjack, and it was fantastic. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And
I want Damien Sandow to become the new, like, Santino act. Like, we don't need... I love Adam Rose. I just wish he would wrestle more.
I don't like Adam Rose. I want him to go away.
Well, you don't watch NXT. We got to fix that.
I don't.
Because this last NXT episode, actually, the main event, he was in it, and he was actually out wrestling people.
Sounds like it was awful.
It was actually fantastic. He's a good wrestler.
I don't care. I don't like it.
It really bugs me. But anyway.
To me, he just feels like another foreign weirdo.
I guess.
I'm just getting real sick of your shit, foreigners. Not saying that I'm against people coming from other countries, but...
I'm just going to go and assume that your parents are Native American.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Actually, my dad is, but...
I just watched Lethal Weapon 4 a couple days ago. And it was like the same when Danny Glover was like trying to save all this Chinese family. And there's some dickhead immigration guy who's just like trying to ship them all out. And Danny Glover's like, well, I guess your parents are Native American. You must have been born here. Like... Oh God!
The only foreign people I need in the WWE at this very moment in time,
a bunch of black guys that aren't on the show,
are Adrian Neville, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, and that's it.
You have got to watch NXT, dude. No, Kalisto. Oh my God, I'm becoming a big fan of him. Think of Sin Cara,
but Enzo Amore is so entertaining,
dude. Enzo Amore is the best. You've got to watch NXT. Enzo got half his head shaved.
It was his beard. It wasn't his head. It was his beard. I thought.
I feel like it was like half his head or some shit.
No, he has a mohawk. How do you shave half his head?
Whatever. I don't remember.
I think it was his beard because then he challenged him to a hair versus hair match.
Maybe. I don't remember what details.
But that dude is fantastic, and Colin Cassidy is exactly what he needs at his side. It's fantastic. That team is good.
We're gonna go off track and do a little NXT tangent here.
NXT time.
There was an NXT show. It was a few weeks back, and it was the realest guys in the room versus the French dudes, whatever the fuck they're.
Oh, like the Legionnaires or something.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And they had this moment where it just showed how much the realest guys in the room care for each other, because Enzo's the small one. He never starts in the ring. Like they had that really cool dynamic, and. One of the Legionnaires goes to spear Enzo, and Big Cass just jumps in front of the spear so Enzo doesn't take it.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And
I think I saw that one.
Dude, brotherhood.
Yeah.
God, I love those guys. They are the realest guys in the room. Everyone else is SAFT. Salt.
See, that dude has charisma oozing from his veins. Like that dude will be a star. if he just becomes a better wrestler, he'll be fantastic.
Dude, you don't have to become the best wrestler to be a star.
Of course not, but I feel like he should be able to.
I'm sure he could.
Like I feel like WWE doesn't want someone with that much charisma that can't carry a 30-minute match.
I mean, there was John Cena for the longest time.
He could still carry a match.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fantastic, but he could still carry a match.
Who knows?
Bada boom. Realest guys in the room.
How
you doing?
Oh my God.
Dude, those dudes are fantastic. The person that I was looking at NXT who unfortunately looks like he's never going to come back because of like 15,000 concussions was Corey Graves.
Oh man.
He seemed like the character seemed really cool, and I was getting into it because to me it just seemed like an undeveloped Edge character.
I see it.
That to me, he was like the guy I was like, if he goes to WWE, this is going to be my guy. Like, this guy looks...
I just loved how that guy wrestled because his finishing move was like a leg lock kind of thing.
It was like the figure four, but like reverse or something.
Yeah, it was like a really weird...
It's really cool.
I just remember vividly it was a leg submission. And like the entire... Whenever he wrestled the match, whenever he had a moment to go for the leg or like the foot, he would always go for it. Like every match. And he would always attack it and he would always try to sell it. Kind of like what Del Rio would do for the armbar.
Yeah.
But I mean... Like, Corey Graves was a solid. I liked him a lot.
Unfortunately,
it sucks that he's out with his, I think it's his third concussion.
Yeah, so he doesn't look like his career is going to be going for much longer, unfortunately.
Well, he's still, like, on the payroll and everything.
Oh, yeah, of course. But
actually, no, I think it's only his second.
I think it is his second as well.
Yeah, because I think when they hit a third concussion in so many year gap, they actually get, like, immediate, not like let go, but they're just immediately taking off all the rosters.
Yeah.
But, also another NXT factoid. I know I mentioned before, but there's this guy named Kalisto. He's basically the next big, he's the next big Mexican signing that they had.
Oh man!
And this dude literally reminds me of like mid-90s Rey Mysterio, like when Rey would go.
Yeah.
Like come out, he would do some crazy shit. And right now he's in a tag team with Hunico Sin Cara.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for, and like they actually had a match. I think it was on this past episode of NXT. And it was really solid.
I feel like the Hunico Sin Cara feud could have gone for longer. Like
it didn't need to, though. They were just trying to find something to get Sin Cara over at that time. And, I mean, there was a bunch of issues there. Like, Sin Cara didn't want to learn English. I mean, and again, these are just the rumors that we hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
WWE has not had good luck with Mexican wrestlers lately.
But they're going to have some good luck with Japanese wrestlers because they just announced the Kenta signing, and I'm so pumped for that.
They also announced...
Hey, did you know where CM Punk got the GTS from? I already gave it away because I just mentioned him.
Probably Kenta.
He ripped it from Kenta.
Did he really get it from Kenta?
He got it from Kenta.
I thought he got it from someone else.
No, there's actually a really funny interview because Kenta did it for so long and he stopped doing it.
Right.
Apparently, when CM Punk was coming to the E, he actually gave Kenta a phone call, and this was in a CM Punk interview a long time ago.
Yeah. Asking
if he could use that finishing move in the WWE, and Kenta was like, sure. And like Kenta just never used it again.
Yeah.
But, Kenta just got signed. There's a couple other big stars, too. Prince Devitt, who, if I remember right, is, like, a really big name from, I'm drawing a blank where it's from now, and I feel like
I think he's from New Japan, if I'm not mistaken. And
no. Prince Devitt was either from, like, somewhere in India. Like, that's where he's, like, from. Or he was from somewhere, like, in Europe. And, the other big NXT signing, and this is the one I'm most happy for, is Kevin Steen.
That guy's insane, man.
That dude's wrestling moveset makes me think of... I feel like someone... Like, he wrestles like a creative wrestler on WWE 2K14. Like, he just got moves for days. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like...
Don't worry. He'll have 5 moves of doom soon enough.
He's already got, like, 5 moves of doom, but it doesnm matter because he does them in so many different ways. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So, there was a rumor going around about that, actually, that him and Prince Devitt are, like, a new stable, because when Kevin Steen came, there was, like, a picture of him and Prince Devitt, like, doing the...
like the click thing?
The click thing, yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
And a bunch of rumors started going around about that.
Past them. What I'm really excited for is, there was a rumor I read, where all 3 of those guys, Devitt, Kenta, and Steen, are only going to be in developmental for like a little while, so probably only like 4 to 6 months before they get hot shotted up to the roster.
I don't feel like if you're a huge star in the Indies, I don't feel like
you have to learn the WWE style and everything.
You have to prove yourself.
It's slower. It's slower paced, and you have to be able to project your moves to a wider audience.
Yeah.
But oh dear, like the NXT roster load up over the past few weeks is just amazing, and I cannot explain in words how happy I am because I actually really like Kevin Steen a lot. I used to have a Kill Steen Kill shirt from when he first came back to Ring of Honor, in 2012, I think.
Yep.
And dude, so good.
Can we just kick Bo Dallas off the roster and put Enzo Amore on it?
But dude, don't be a Jack Zero. All you gotta do is Bo leave.
I want to kill you.
I know, but I mean, whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. Bo Dallas is just kind of there. I'm sure one day he'll do something relevant again, but
nope. He's awful character.
Dude, the character's fantastic. You can't say the character is awful.
They buried him. He had a feud going with Ray Barrett, and he was halfway. He was almost over. And then they were like, meh, NXT.
Well, I mean, at the time, I think the reason that they stopped that was because something happened to him, or he had an incident, and they were like, "You're not ready to come to the main roster yet."
It's possible. It's Husky Harris' little brother.
It is,
AKA Bray Wyatt. I remember when Bray Wyatt first was a thing, everyone was like, Husky Harris. That was fantastic.
So, I really hate when people do that. It drives me up the fucking wall.
It's fantastic.
No, it's not fantastic. It's give the guy a little bit of credit. I mean, he had a really shitty gimmick in Husky Harris, and it wasn't that shitty at the time. It just, again, it couldn't make the jump from...
He had a bad name, that's all.
Well, he couldn't make the jump from NXT, or from, at the time, FCW to WWE. It just didn't work out as well. And when he came back with the Bray Wyatt character, and he was trying to leave the Husky Harris ship behind, a couple asshole fans, which ain't Husky Harris, and it's just like, the fuck, man?
I thought it was fantastic.
Well, you're also love to be a troll, and I love being trolls as well, but that doesn't do anything to benefit anything.
Of course not.
You're just being a dick to be a dick, and you're just kind of ruining the show for people that are trying to do the whole suspend their belief kind of thing.
All right, so now that we've gone on our NXT little tirade...
Yeah, my bad.
It's all good. So they opened the show with the Nikki Bella explanation for why she attacked Brie, and I can tell you that this was the part where I turned off the TV.
Did Stephanie McMahon come out to Daniel Bryan's music?
Yes.
I didn't see the actual
Yes, she did.
But I saw her shirt.
It was da-da-da-da. Everyone was like, yes! Yes! And then Stephanie goes, no! No! No!
God, Stephanie is the best.
She is almost... I feel like for the amount of talking space she's given, or the amount as far as her character's allowed to go without breaking any FCC violations or breaking the PG boundaries of the show, she is almost as good, if not better, than Vince ever was.
I feel like she broke PG the moment she said, "I'm going to make you my bitch."
That made me shit my pants. That was fantastic.
Stephanie McMahon's just gold right now.
But Brie, at SummerSlam, I'm gonna make you my bitch.
I'm really upset because I mean, there's no way that Stephanie's gonna wrestle again anytime soon.
Yeah.
And it kind of breaks my heart a little bit because after watching the SummerSlam match, I really feel like she could just go out and she could just continue to whip.
Why not put the WWE? Why not put the Divas title on Stephanie?
Because right now it's being used with Paige and AJ. But
Mickey and Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey and Mickey. That is the name of this feud to me now. I don't know where I heard it first, but oh my god! When I heard that comparison, I was like, that is exactly what this is.
Yeah.
What about the Miz Ziggler SummerSlam rematch that was on Raw? That was a solid match too.
Did you see the fallout for that?
I didn't want.
Miz was like, I may have lost, but I won because I still have the money maker.
I was like, I love this Miz.
He is such a good chicken shit.
Yeah, I mean that's nothing else can be said. But the only other thing I really remember, or can remember about the whole Monday Night Raw, well, I guess there was the Jack Swagger thing. Zeb Coulter wasn't with him because he got kicked right in the head from Rusev.
Renee Young killed it again on Raw, ladies and gentlemen. She's fantastic.
But let's get to the part that really matters about Monday Night Raw, and that is obviously the really stupid ass WWE asking the universe what kind of match Ambrose and Rollins were going to have.
Yeah.
Because it was the same fucking match 3 times.
Yeah.
The only difference was that the Falls Count Anywhere, he could have gotten pinned outside the ring.
Yep.
It was like that, no holds barred in Street Fighter, wasn't it?
Or
no disqualification.
It was no DQ, no holds barred, and
Falls Count
Anywhere.
So, I mean, like, 2 of those matches are already the exact same thing.
Pretty much.
And
I feel like there's something different between no holds barred and no DQ. There's like a few rules that are different.
I don't, to my knowledge, there's no fucking difference. But
I feel like it should be an Extreme Rules match.
It doesn't really matter because Falls Count Anywhere worked really well, especially with the whole, at SummerSlam, they went outside the arena and they were brawling in the stands. But, dear God, those 2 men are just I've already said it like 3 times, but I'm going to say it again. They are the best thing going on right now in WWE.
Oh, not even close. I feel like they should have had Rollins take Ambrose outside and curb stomp him on a curb instead of on cinder blocks.
Well, you know what's funny about that? You can't really fake it on a real curb.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think Ambrose was ready to lose all of his teeth and, maybe, die.
I don't know, man. If you see the new lead up to SummerSlam video, he acts like that all the time. Like, that's just who he is.
But, oh, man, that match was, again, fantastic. I was really happy that they closed the show with that. Because I was worried that they were going to close with the Lesnar title presentation.
I thought so too.
For the new title that looks just like the old one, except the new logo was a little bit different.
I hate the new logo. It fucking sucks.
Side note on the Lesnar title, I love the Lesnar side plates.
They're his back tattoo, isn't it?
No, it's kind of, yeah, but it's just the color of it. Like the side plates have like a lot of red to it.
Yeah.
And like that's all I care about. Like it gives it that extra. This is Brock Lesnar's title.
Yeah.
Because it stands out and it makes you think it belongs to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, he is a legitimate animal, and he has the best mouthpiece in WWE right now.
Speaking of an animal, what if his next challenger was Batista?
I don't
think about it.
I don't see Batista being as legitimate anymore. Like back when he was super, steroided up,
fucking big.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you see him on TV and you see him next to Lesnar, and you're like, oh, he's small. And then you see him in person, you're like, holy shit, that's
the dude's still he's still ginormous.
He's still huge, but he lost a lot of muscle mass, which is good for his health and it's going to help him long term. But when he comes back and does stuff for WWE, it's just oh.
I feel like they could easily have these to come back and have him be the next,
next
challenger.
Then it's heel versus heel.
I don't think he'll come back as a heel.
You can't make Batista a babyface anymore.
Dude, yes you can. You easily could do it. Especially after the whole Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
No, because Batista acts like a jackass. He was a babyface until after the Royal Rumble, and he started mocking people with the yes chants.
That's because he was pissed off because fans weren't giving him any respect that he felt he deserved. And
people were cheering for Roman Reigns.
No shit, because nobody wanted Batista to win because Batista was stealing the Daniel Bryan. If people were not booing Batista, people were booing the fact that Batista was taking Daniel Bryan's spot. Daniel Bryan, the people wanted Daniel Bryan in that position, and the WWE just gave it to Batista.
That's because people are wrong.
But, I mean, that's not here nor there. But if Batista comes back, and if Batista coming back does not sacrifice another star's push, I feel like he'll easily get cheers. Also, think about the new people he can bring in because he's Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah.
All the kids that love superheroes that aren't into wrestling, they're going to see Batista, who played Drax the Destroyer, fighting the Beast Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, and it's going to be fantastic.
Did you see the the Batista Ice Water Challenge?
I told you I stopped watching this really.
He was trolling the shit out of everybody. He was like, "I'm an ex-professional wrestler. All I do is ice, baby," and he's just rolling around in a pool of ice. And he's like, "I accept the ice bucket challenge," and what you're supposed to do is exactly what Batista did, by the way. If you're doing the ice bucket challenge, it is not you pour ice on your own head. You are supposed to get ice poured on you while you are in a tub of cold water. That is what's supposed to make your nerves go crazy, which is what ALS is. And God help anyone that has ALS. It's a horrible disease, and I'm glad that this is raising awareness. They raised $8.5 million in one day.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And from a disease that no one really cared about, maybe 2 weeks ago, a month ago.
Yeah, I mean that is literally the power of the internet, dude.
Yeah, interwebs do great things
when it wants to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are also stupid videos of cats.
Hey man, cat videos are the shit.
I hate cats.
I'm with you as well. I hate cats as well. But right. I mean, whatever.
Very much a dog person. So.
As my cat's looking at me, it's really upsetting.
That cat's a demon.
You were absolutely correct. That cat is. I should have had her called Kane.
God damn it.
She's the new Hellsmith demon. Damn it. That would have been great. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
But, God, man, you and I really suck at staying on track here. But,
it happens, man.
We're talking about...
it makes it real.
We were talking about the main event of Raw before we got really carried off. I know you are really salty about how the Raw main event ended.
I am
You have
very
been
upset.
nothing but bitch to me whenever we talk about it since Monday night. And
absolutely.
You're the biggest toddler. So
that's not very nice.
Get over it. So we're gonna take this. Tell me why you hated it, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
All right. I didn't like it because I feel like doing it that way and not having him get actually destroyed by Kane and Rollins is wrong. I feel like he should have been decimated by Kane and Rollins, and that's how he should go out. And then they should say he, crawled his way out of the hospital because they said he disappeared and he refused treatment at the hospital, which is what you expect Dean Ambrose to do. But I feel like he should have been more I have to get almost my entire body beaten for me to not.
There's only so much they can give away, though, on free TV. And, I mean, he still technically got bodied by the two of them. He had a very grueling match with Rollins. And then, when it was coming to the end, Kane comes out and chokeslammed him. And didn't he chokeslam him through a table?
He chokeslammed him. For some reason, WWE...
Was it on the table and the table didn't break?
Yeah, WWE decides all of a sudden now, at this point, breaking tables is wrong.
I don't think they do it on purpose. I think the table accidentally stayed put. Because I know...
It happened with Reigns and Orton.
Reigns and Orton, yeah. I think they got shitty tables.
Yeah.
But, I mean... Ambrose and Rollins still had a very grueling competitive match with the kendo stick beatdowns.
Ugh.
There was the part when Rollins is just grabbed chair after chair.
That was Dean Ambrose.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. When Dean Ambrose
he just grabs chair after chair, and then he just takes a armful of chairs, and 4 or 5 chairs,
just flings them,
just bam into the ring. I was like, oh, this is fantastic.
The reason I'm completely fine with how it ended was because after this grueling war that basically happened on Raw, Kane comes out, interferes, chokeslams Ambrose after the beating Ambrose took from Rollins and given out. And then Kane reveals the cinder blocks, and I'm doing air quotations, and then holds Ambrose's head, on the cinder blocks, so Rollins can run across the table and curb stomp him through cinder blocks.
I was assuming this is the point where... We were talking about this as it was going on. I was assuming this is the point where Kane turns on Rollins and, grabs Rollins and chokeslams him through on the concrete blocks. However, WWE has to have Ambrose go shoot a movie, so they needed a way to cut him off TV.
It's not even if Ambrose wasn't shooting a movie, I think I'd still be fine with this because... I'm sure the WWE is worried that this feud won't last in Hell in a Cell. So by making Rollins take 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even longer off.
Ambrose.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at those names.
Doesn't matter because they're the two best on the show right now.
They're so great, I get them mixed up. But by having Ambrose take the time off, he'll come back and then they can renew the feud right up leading into Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of. It's I don't want them to have a match at Night of Champions because I still feel like Night of Champions, every match should just be a title match.
Night of Champions is my least favorite pay-per-view of the year.
It's been mine for a while as well. But, I mean, if they made it so every title was defended, I feel like I would appreciate it a little bit more.
I mean, they do make sure that happens, but...
Not every year. I mean, there's always a title that's missing.
I mean, one title's always irrelevant.
That's a problem, though. That shouldn't be the case at all.
Just unify the U.S. and the U.S. title's irrelevant.
I agree completely. They should definitely unite the U.S. and Intercontinental title.
Which title should they keep?
Intercontinental title. Easy.
All right, I just making sure.
Why would you keep? I mean, the U.S. belt is kind of cool looking, I guess, and because I live in the U.S., I like it a lot, but I really don't. Also, with the Intercontinental having the old design with the white belt, I feel like it's just got more prestige behind it.
I like the old Intercontinental title. I like the black one with the circle. I like the Rock's Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. That's my personal favorite.
But,
well,
I'm cool with the ending, man. I like how it ended, and I really feel like Lesnar will have his rematch at Night of Champions. I feel like he'll take off for Hell in a Cell. And I really, 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 really want Hell in a Cell to be main evented by Ambrose Rollins.
That's probably the best you can get. I don't know if... Yeah. I mean, if people don't buy the network for that, I don't see them buying the network for anything, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so that's all the time we have for today, folks. Next week, we are going to just go over Raw and predictions for the next Raw because, now that the pay-per-views happened, unfortunately, not that much is going on.
We should really change the day we do this. That way we can maybe talk about SmackDown. And, because, it's Friday night when we're doing this. We got to find a new day. This sucks. Yeah. You're terrible.
I mean, we can talk about SmackDown because the spoilers are always out.
I mean, it was SmackDown.
See, that's the point. All right, so
whatever. Listen, you're wrong.
You guys have a fantastic
NXT show. I wanted to happen.
Evening. You have gamertag. You're starting your stream again, if you could please.
Yep. It'll be at twitch.tv/adrenaline bomb. Just how it sounds, no spaces.
And apparently, if you're a fan, you're an adrenaline junkie. Is that what I hear?
Yes, that is. I had a friend of mine. He gave me the name that my fans can call the Adrenaline Junkies, and I'm like, I can dig it.
All right, so I'm at Twitter at NotJustBlackAndWhitePC. You guys have a fantastic day. Subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like.
Tell us that you want an NXT show so I can make Mark watch NXT.
I will watch NXT if you guys want an NXT show. Thank you very much, guys.
Stay classy, Internet.